this is going to be a nursing orientation video, and this is just going to touch on what to expect, what we did and so forth, and just kind of give you guys an idea of just what to expect during a nursing school orientation. And again, every school is different, especially depending on if you go to a bigger university, smaller school, a state college, a two-year community college, a private college. A lot of things can really change their experience, but for the most part, all nursing programs, especially from what I've seen from other nursing videos, they're kind of the same. So I'm just going to give you a rundown on what we did, and yeah, let's start. Go. And I went, my campus, they actually have, well, my school is university, they have I think they have like 4 campuses, and the main campus is where we had our orientation at. You went into, like, they had it in an auditorium. You went into there and they had signs. At my orientation, they had the ADN program, the BSN program, and the RN to BSN program all there at the same time. I know I've seen some schools, they kind of separate them, but it does make sense to have them all together depending on how big your cohort is. I know all together they had like 200 people there. I know in my ADN program, there's probably like 30 people, maybe 40, but I tried to count and it seemed like it was like 30 something people, which isn't that big. The RN program, I believe, had like 100 girls, and I think the RN and BS had like maybe 50 people, maybe more. I know the course BSN is going to be a little bigger and RN and BSN, but that's just kind of idea. I think it was around maybe 200 or a little less people who were there at the orientation. So just be aware that if you have a mixed orientation, you will have a lot of people there. So try to get there early. I got there literally like a minute before it was about to start. My boyfriend drove me and he was running late. So I had to wait for him. I was so mad at this man. I was literally outside like about to give him a piece of my mind because I was so pissed off at him. But we got there on time, and I literally, it sucked because he couldn't sit by me. So definitely, if you plan on going with like your parents or your boyfriend, husband, whoever, definitely try to get there a little early. So when I got in there too, we sat down there. The lady, she's kind of like the front desk person. She was the one, she was the one who emailed us like any type of updates. She also sent us our packets. Before you even get to nursing orientation, they're going to send you this thick old packet in the mail, and it's pretty much going to tell you to get all your immunizations done. So if you didn't get certain shots when you were a kid, even though 90% of us have, unless you were born in a certain time frame, but most kids, like 90 babies, we all got, you know, MMR, measles, mumps, rubella, and so forth. The only thing that I had to get done was this tuberculosis skin test, which it just consists of them putting like this little bubble protein thing or something like that under your arm, and if it inflames and does anything weird, you have tuberculosis or you come in contact with it. But 9% of us haven't came in contact with it, so it usually comes out negative. You have to get 2 of those, or you can get like a blood test, which is like $70. I was like, no, I'm gonna be cheap, so I got the tuberculosis $10 skin test, and you have to get 2 of those. I also had to get, because I had chickenpox as a kid, so I wasn't vaccinated for it, so I had to get like a blood test teether saying that I'm immune to chickenpox, and that's really all I did. You also have to get your drug test, which I think ours was like a 10-pound drug test, so as long as you're not doing nothing crazy, you'll be fine. Also, we had to do a background check, which was through an online site, and we just had to put our information in, and they just make sure you ain't been arrested and did anything crazy. So that was another thing that they did. And once you did that, you were supposed to turn it into it was like we had to turn it into a kind of health center where we had to get our drug test done, and a physical. That I forgot that too. You have to get a physical too, and through that department we had to give them our paperwork, and then they were going to send it to the school. So after that, you are allowed to go. That was just kind of like what I had to do before I got to orientation. So then, yeah, you get into orientation, you go to the lady, she fills out, she handles all the paperwork stuff. So you go to her desk where she was sitting at, and I had to sign in, and I had to send a picture, and we had to take a picture, like a shoulder up picture of ourselves. And the shoulder up picture, I got mine at Walgreens. They do like passport pictures and pictures like that. So go to Walgreens to get that. And I just had to give her that, and on the back of it I just had to write that I was ASN and my name and my student number, and I signed in. And she gave me a folder. In the folder it had papers for like just what we're going to be doing that day. It had papers we had to fill out. The fill out papers was pretty much just like a privacy paper saying that we can't, like, you're not supposed to take pictures in your uniform in front of the college. You're not supposed to take pictures in front of like your clinical site and like put location on, say, hey, I'm over here today in your uniform, your school uniform. You can't take pictures of your instructors. Pretty much what I got from that is I can't take any pictures showing where I'm going to school at and where I'm at. You can take pictures, like say if you want to be cute and like take a up picture of your scrubs. You just can't make sure that you don't have anything showing what school you're going to, what location you're at, what campus you're at, and so forth. So I know I get asked a lot on my YouTube channel, like, what school are you at? I'm in Georgia too. What school are you going to? And I'm so sorry if I ignore you. I'm not doing it to be a BITCH. I just literally can't tell you. Like, I also got like our uniform paper. It just showed where we're ordering our uniform at. Our school ordered through a company, and they kind of, the lady came, she kind of showed us how the uniforms looked and our, like, kind of trying to show us which one we would want, and so forth. We also had the ATI girl. Our program is in cahoots with ATI, and a lot of nursing programs I'm seeing, especially in Georgia, are kind of jumping on that bandwagon, which with ATI they pretty much just give you their own set of books. They give you their own online like free testing and practice tests and like little help and tool guides for nursing school. They pretty much set up a program to help nurses pass the NCLEX. The whole reason the ATI is there is just to help you pass the NCLEX, to get you ready, show you NCLEX style questions. I believe also at the end of nursing school you take a ATI like practice test, and it shows you how ready you are, or how much, like, the possibility of you passing the NCLEX. So our program is in cahoots. So she talked about how to use the program. Also, the cost is really expensive. I know at our program the whole ATI package is $637, which is expensive, but if it's gonna help me pass the NCLEX, then shoot, I mean, whatever. So she talked about that. They also talked about their little clubs for nursing. It's like a club that you can join, and you do like a lot of helpful activities, helping homeless, helping people in need, which I thought was nice. I probably won't join now because I'm just starting nursing school, but I probably will look to join later on. They also talked about CPR class. Your school definitely, I know for sure, will require you to be CPR certified. I'm not sure if they'll, I know our school required us to do a CPR class through them directly. Your school might be different, but I'm pretty sure most colleges will expect you to get CPR certified through them, just because they don't want you to go through some janky CPR class that you don't even learn anything, and then you really have to do CPR on someone and they're like, I thought you were certified, and you don't know what to do. So I had to do that, and I have to pay for that out of pocket too. I think it was like $40. What else? They also talked about insurance. They're going to talk about like getting insurance through the school if you do have health insurance, or if you are young like me, 22, 21, you can get, if you're probably on your mom's or dad's insurance, so you can just call them, make sure that you're covered as much as the school needs you, and they can get a waiver so you don't have to pay for that. They also just talked about financial aid and so forth. And then after that, you have like a lunch break. Our lunch break was like 2 hours because they were kind of flying through information. They thought it was going to take longer, but it wasn't. And then after that, they came back and they just talked a little bit more. And then they broke us up in if you were BSN, ASN. And then we went into the separate room where we had one of our future instructors. And she just pretty much just talked about like, well, she pretty much just answered questions. She pretty much just like what to expect. Pretty much she just talked about studying, books. Our first instructor, because in our first year we are taking fundamentals, and the school has like the first, I think like 2 months is lab, and then we do clinicals after that. And she pretty much was saying, you know, our teacher gave us like our first day of class readings that we have to get complete, which I thought was helpful, so I'm going to do that next week. Pretty much what I got from nursing orientation was really just like they just kept saying, if you do what you're supposed to do, if you say like you're supposed to do, if you read, if you pretty much just do what we're telling you to do, you will be fine. But I was just like, you're making it seem like, oh, just do this and you're gonna be fine. But I was really like scared out of my mind. Just, I'm still scared thinking about it. So yeah, that was pretty much just what you're probably gonna go over in nursing orientation. As far as what you'll need to bring, I know some videos were like, bring paper, bring pens. I just bought a planner, and I'm gonna show you guys my planner. And this is the folder that all my stuff came in. I'm gonna show you the front because it has like all my information on it, but it was just like a folder like this, and that has all my paperwork and stuff in it. But this is the planner I bought. I didn't buy it, I'm just kidding. My boyfriend bought this for me from Target. This is just a day designer. A lot of like other videos I watched, people get the happy planner, which I wanted a happy planner, but I had already got this one, so I was like, I'll just thug it out with this one. I brought a pen with me, and any type of notes that I needed, I either wrote it on the paper, because they give you papers with information on it, so if you need to write anything down, you could just write it on the actual paper. Or if it was like too much information, all I did was I just had like a little note section in the back of my planner, and I just like wrote stuff down. I barely wrote anything down. I think it was exciting, but it wasn't really anything. It was just like you were just sitting there. The whole time was really just sitting there, you listening to the people talk about what to expect. I did not get my clinical schedule, which I'm still waiting on that because I do work right now. I actually work at a hospital, so I'm trying to see how it's going to be if I got to quit my job. They did recommend, if you're a BSN, they were like, don't work. If you're ASN, they were like, you could work but barely. So I really just want to work like 2 days a week, but I'm gonna see. So I don't know how your school is. You might get your clinical hours, but we just didn't get clinical hours. So that was really it. They just talked about dress code too. We have to wear like white shoes, leather. Our hair can be up on our shoulders. We have to have it like in buns and stuff, so I'm probably gonna be wearing my hair a lot. What else? That was really it. So the only thing I could recommend is just be prepared. The main thing is be prepared. Like the pictures, we were supposed to have them, like it was outlined on the little forms that we got over the summer to bring a picture, and it had the size of it and how we had to write our names and stuff on the back. Some girls still did not bring their pictures, and like the little lady came on stage, not came on stage, but like got the microphone and was like, and make sure y'all bring me your pictures. Some of you guys didn't bring them today. I told you know, I had it outlined that you guys were supposed to. I'm not sure why y'all didn't, but make sure y'all get that to me. So definitely, if there's anything that your instructors tell you, like make sure on orientation you bring this, definitely make sure that you guys have it, because you don't want someone in the program to remember you as that girl who didn't remember something as basic as bringing a picture of yourself. You just don't want to have any type of bad impression on you. I know my mom even said, like, she was like, when you're in nursing school, don't, you know, wear a lot of, like, don't beat your face, don't draw too much unnecessary attention, because you just don't want to have a target on your back, for especially for something as small as forgetting that. So if you get your packet and it tells you to bring anything to orientation, definitely make sure you have it done and situated way before orientation. Also, again, make sure you get there early. Don't be like me, because if you want to be with your family and something to sit by you, definitely make sure you get there early, and definitely make sure that you do bring someone, just because it is a lot of information. And also, if you're not close to home, it's boring, especially when you take a lunch break. You don't want to be bored to death by yourself. You don't have nothing to do, so definitely make sure that you bring someone, so that when you do have little breaks in between, you're not by yourself. So yeah, so that was really all. I will update you guys. I will be doing like a haul video on all my nursing stuff that I got and so forth later on, and books and stuff. So definitely look forward to that, and I can't wait to go on this journey with you guys. God bless you guys, and thank you guys so much for watching.